Hello family, I wanted to knock this video out tonight, but I had to put the girl to sleep. You know how it is, females, blah blah blah, life, you feel me? But I wanted to speak about a fragrance from the house of Bond No.9, and it's called New Haarlem. And I want to get into the notes. I want to explain to you why and how this fragrance smells the way it does. The crazy part is I've been drinking a little bit tonight. I want to do like 2 more videos. This one and 1 more. So I pretty much be good for the week. Now look, I wrote down the notes and what I get in the fragrance towards, let me see if you know what? I won't put the light. New Haarlem, guys. Now look, I bought it with no cap. What I could say is I got this from my Tizzarenzi bottles. It comes with a cap like this. I just put it on so that way no air has straight direct line to the nozzle. So the cap is in front just to be a barrier and a protector for the air not to go straight in there. Now look. Oh man. Look what I'm going to say. I'm going to continue. I'm going to write the note. I'm going to go through the notes and everything. But Bond New Haarlem is a top 5 coffee fragrance in the whole market. This is just a coffee gourmand dream. Now, yes, there are some that are a little better, but that doesn't matter. This is definitely a Hall of Famer. Just trust me, guys. This is a Hall of Famer. So, the first note in the fragrance is lavender. Now, in this fragrance, it is delicate, floral, and slightly powdery, with a soft green and slighted sweet notes. So the lavender here comes off very alluring and sexy, but it's soft, green, and slightly sweet. Because of the fragrance nature, it's going to have these facets that can smell a certain way. Now the bergamot in the fragrance is fresh, a subdued scent that is similar to the sweet orange, but also has a fresh, fruity quality with spices, hints of lemon, and a hint of tardiness, but it is not bitter. So this bergamot is not bitter, is lively. Like it says, it's sweet because this fragrance is sweet. You know, it's a fresh, fruity bergamot. And man, this is definitely, like I said, guys, when you're thinking of a great gourmand, if you like these facets, you'll love this fragrance. Hold on. Okay. So it's something in here called green leaves. So green leaves is a fresh, crisp scent that can invoke nature and freshness. And it also smells of fresh grass and a hint of fresh spearmint. And I can see where that's going, because you do get something green in here just poking its head out. And it has a spearmint, because from breaking other fragrances down, you know, when you're doing a gourmand, you're going to need stuff that are going to separate the gourmand facets, so that way you can bring in the other gourmand notes to be standouts with the fragrance. And this green leaves, I feel, does that, where it'll start to separate the top notes from the mid notes that are coming in. And man, let me tell you, it is very fresh and crisp scent. Crisp. Sorry, guys. It's the wine. And you know, usually I never see a note called green leaves, but it does have it. Very interesting. Another note that it has in this fragrance, and it's called coffee. So the coffee in here is sweet notes of roasted coffee and cacao and caramel. And that's very important. You understand, cacao and caramel with the sugar with creamy vanilla. With sugar along with creamy vanilla. So it has sugar, it has creamy vanilla, it has cacao, and it has caramel, and it has coffee, but roasted coffee. So the coffee note in here has a lot of things at once just working. And it is working very well because at the end it just produces just one smell. And obviously when I go through the notes, I'll tell you what it smells like. But another note that it doesn't say, but it has to have it, maple syrup, right? This has to have maple syrup. And if it doesn't, then so be it, I'm wrong. But maple syrup is just one compound. It's a compound called sultan. So sultan is just one compound that makes maple syrup, and this has to have it. Now, if it says it doesn't, hey, you know, whatever. I got the Brooklyn Bridge for sale. You want to buy it? Now listen, the cedar in this fragrance is a woody scent with the undertone of citrus and hints of pencil shavings. So as this fragrance is turning into a different type of gourmand with the coffee, because it's going to provoke this coffee note that, like I said, it's definitely a top 5 coffee note, if you ask me, you know? And it starts to produce with that maple syrup this pancake effect, like a maple syrup effect, but there's a pancake brewing in this, because I go back to the to the lavender. It is floral, slightly powdery, with the soft green and slightly sweet notes. So it has sweet notes in there. Sorry, guys. The bergamot is fresh, right? It has fruity freshness qualities. It has a tartness, and it's not bitter. So the tartness is given the separation, like I said, in the fragrances with the coffee, the pancakes, the syrup. It'll start separating, and you start getting all these creamy effects of this fragrance. And now it really starts getting a little buck wild. So the next note is vanilla. So this note is sweet, creamy, and slightly woody smells. And it is also a cake, cookies, caramel, and a little bit of vanilla ice cream. So again, I spoke to you how the coffee had caramel in it. And now it's giving you this vanilla in here. It's giving you a cake, cookies, and a vanilla ice cream vibe. And like I said, everybody knows that this is like a breakfast fragrance, you know? And this is why. When you just look at what it's saying, what it's giving you, the vanilla note in this fragrance, is just amazing. Now you have a patchouli in here. It is a mix of earthy, woody, sweet, and musky scent. Hints of mint. And I do get the hints of mint, but I will get it in the undertone of the coffee. So just know that this patchouli, it's not chocolatey. It's not a dirty, earthy either. It's just, I feel like the role in this fragrance is to separate all the gourmands, to give it that room so you can smell everything, you know? This also has a tonka bean. It is creamy, sweet vanilla, again, more vanilla, right? From vanilla and prior. Smells, and it revokes from, it is renowned for its distant almond smell and cinnamon and spicier notes. So again, the tonka bean, it says it's creamy, sweet vanilla smell, and it is renowned for its distinctive almond smell. So this fragrance, as it progresses, it turns into a literally coffee pancake syrup, right? But you got to have all these notes playing a major key. As you can see, the tonka bean is giving you, it's creamy, it's sweet vanilla, almond notes, you know, all these things mixed together with everything else. And it doesn't say it has a maple syrup, but it has to have that accord, because nothing in here I see is giving me maple syrup but a maple syrup accord. Now it has amber in here. Now the amber is musky, sultry, smoky, and spicy, to the delicious coziness of a sweet aromas of toffee, caramel, and vanilla. So this amber is very different in this fragrance. Guys, this, if you hear the end of this, look what it says. It is a delicious, cozy with a sweetness, aromas of toffee, caramel, vanilla. So as you can see, this whole construction is ton of vanilla, ton of creaminess, ton of caramel. It has coffee, toffee. It's got to have the maple syrup. You understand, family? Bond number 9, New Haarlem. This is a definite top 5 coffee fragrance in the market. And on top of being a top 5 coffee fragrance, it is one of the most unique fragrances because I've never smelled, I can't say I smelled coffee, pancakes, and syrup in my life. And you get it right here. This, literally coffee, pancakes, syrup. That's what you get. Breakfast. And I haven't smelled anything like this. Now, maybe someone copied this because this has to be the first. A little bit of wine for your life. And family, here are the notes. I broke everything down for you so you can understand why it gets this way, why it turns to this evolution, you know. And I really like this gourmand. This is a real, I wear this and I would say this is a very sexy gourmand. Is it my most favorite gourmand? I would have to say no, but I would give this an 11.5 ranking, maybe 12. And when I say that, it's to a girl's nose. I feel if a girl smells this on you, you're in that 11.5 to 12 range, and that is very high. These are the fragrances you want to put on when you're on dates, when you actually think you're a fly. Well, I mean, I say think. When you know you're a good-looking dude and you can do your thing. These are the fragrances that you definitely want to have in the stash. Because everything else out there, you know, could be good, but this is definitely good. This is a banger. And guys, I bought the tester, and it works great. I love it. I cannot complain. New Haarlem, Bond number 9. You know the deal. Coffee, pancakes, syrup. Now, family, you know how we do here. We praise to the Most High. We stay fly. Man Cologne channel. And I'm out of here. Peace.